Metaphor for early childhood leadership. Leadership within early childhood education and care is one of the most important aspects to ensure quality care and the importance of child development. To be a strong leader, there are a number of key aspects that are important. Strong relationships and partnerships with staff, families, children and the local community. It has been stated to be an effective leader there are a number of different styles that can be used in the manner of leadership. The most dominant one is coaching. Coaching is used to improve and develop individual strengths, and allows leaders to coach and encourage their staff, children and families to achieve to their highest ability. An effective leader must be a lifelong learner and accept that leadership is multi-layered and with 5 different areas to focus on to guarantee quality care. These being administrative, which focuses on day-to-day operations and management of the service; pedagogical, children's growth, development and learning as well as curricula; community, embedding services an initiated part of local context; conceptual, the creation of new ideas and initiatives and change; advocacy, promoting and protecting children's family and well-being and their rights; and demonstrating leadership within early childhood is an extremely big job to ensure quality service and care are provided to children, families and the community. A strong metaphor for leadership is a tree. A tree continues to grow, develop and nurture. It is always changing and adapting to a new environment, and it can come in all shapes and sizes, from an old hollow tree or a smaller tree that's just starting to grow. However, the smaller tree may be newly planted, but it will still grow as it will take its time to develop and become a larger tree. The branches on the tree represents the educators, whose own individual strengths are used within the centre. The leaves represent the children and their family. As the tree grows, outside sources influence the tree and its branches' development, such as the soil in which it is planted, where it is planted, the sun and water it receives. Within the centre, these sources are the parents, the community and the government, and the other staff members' resources. To make the tree stronger, it is the leader's role to push everyone's individual strengths to their full potential. An early childhood leader has a lot of roles and responsibilities to help keep the centre growing stronger and taller. A leader must have extensive knowledge of theoretical theories and national quality standards, the knowledge of child development from 0 to 5 years old, and have in-depth knowledge about the 5 learning outcomes embedded in the EYLIF. A leader as a trunk of the tree needs to support the educators or the branches by making sure that they have extensive knowledge of principles and practice. The branches need to have a secure, respectful, reciprocal relationships and partnerships, have high expectations that they must reach, and the respect for equality and diversity, and have ongoing learning and reflective practice. As well as the practices of cultural competency, a holistic approach to educating, the responsiveness to children and providing a learning environment that allows children to learn through play, having intentional play experiences, the continuity of learning and transitions, and the assessment of learning. The early childhood leader needs to understand how to address and reach the high standards of educational programming and practice, children's health and safety, physical environment, staffing arrangements, relationships with children, collaborative partnerships with families and communities, and have a strong leadership and service management. Another key aspect of leadership is to understand the importance to be an effective leader by demonstrating the skills and capacity to be a people enabler, open-minded, independent and collaborative, reflective, committed to learning and professional development, have directional clarity, able to motivate others, reliable and reciprocal communications with staff and all key members within the early childhood service. Within the early childhood education and care, leaders need to build strong relationships with others to create a strong and inclusive centre. Leaders need to be able to provide high quality services that nurture all children. When closely looking at the leader's role, they need to take into consideration educators and families' cultural backgrounds to create strong relationships with them. In relation to the tree, all educators are represented through the branches. There can be a number of different branches in different shapes and sizes, and so many bigger branches represent educators who've been in the service for longer. However, all branches are connected through the tree trunk, demonstrating the strong importance of relationships. The leader of the service needs to ensure that the centre is a place for openness, honesty, and create a non-judgmental environment towards others from different beliefs. To ensure that relationships within the centre are supportive of others' differences and focus on equality and diversity, this ensures that children and their families are provided with the utmost high-quality standards of care and support. By the way, the leaders and the educators have strong relationships and partnerships with each other, families, and the local community. Reflecting back on the key points of how the tree metaphor represents leadership in early childhood education and care. The leader is a trunk of the tree and holds up and supports educators and children and their family. Each branch and leaf comes in all different shapes and sizes. As the leaves continue to grow, once they reach a certain stage, they fall off, representing the children leaving the centre to enter school with the skills and knowledge to succeed in life.